Sarah Gaither with Carolina Pottery, and today we're going to do something that we call a Trim-A-Wreath. So we're going to start out by adding a piece of mesh to the left side of our wreath. And all we're going to do is take the mesh, leave some of it sticking up, and we're going to gather it in our hand. And then I'm going to take a piece of floral wire and I'm going to tie it around the mesh. Then we're going to take this piece of mesh and we're going to add it to the top of the wreath. After we do that, we're going to bubble up the mesh and we're going to come and attach it down at the bottom of the wreath. So the same thing, you want to make sure that the sides of the mesh roll under. You're going to have a bubble in it, and then you're going to take a piece of floral wire, wrap it around the bottom of the mesh, and then attach it onto the wreath. So now you have your great start for your Trim-A-Wreath. Then what we're going to do is I'm just going to leave a little bit of the mesh hanging down, and that's about 6 inches, and then I'm just going to cut off the mesh. Now, you can go back and view any of our tutorials on how to tie a bow. Any type of bow you like can be added to this wreath. You can do the hoe bows, the Betty Jean bows, the cut bows, any type you want to. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one bow right where we attach the mesh up here. Now you notice on this bow, I don't have very long tails because I want to make sure that I can still see the mesh between the parts of the wreath. So this is actually our stacked bow, so be sure to check out that video. And so then I'm going to come down at the bottom where I've attached the mesh again, and you'll notice this bow has much longer tails. And I'm going to attach this right where I've attached the mesh at the bottom. So this is the first step of your Trim-A-Wreath. And maybe you just want to stop here. That's still a lovely wreath to hang on your front door. The next thing you can do is you can start to add a few picks to your wreath. So I'm going to add some feathers around. And you're just going to dip it into your glue pan or use your hot glue gun, and you're just going to stick behind the bow through the grapevine and add on your different picks. So I'm so excited, fall's here, and so I've been adding feathers and things like that into my wreath. I'm going to come down at the bottom and add a few more to it. Again, you be gluing it in to make sure that those don't fall out. So you could stop here if you wanted to. That's just a wonderful Trim-A-Wreath. And this is a wreath that you can make for any season. So you can do one for Christmas, spring, Halloween. The options are endless. Another thing that you can do is you can start to add stuff to the side of your wreath. You can also do it on larger wreaths, oval wreaths. So for this one, I'm going to stop here, but I want to show you what this might look like if I added different items onto the side of my oval wreath. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to add a piece of mesh up to the top, wrap around the wire, top and bottom, add my bows, and then I want to show you a few options of things that you can do to your wreath. So once you've added your mesh, your 2 different bows, and whatever picks you wanted to add, then you have room left on this side that you could add different signs to. So I've selected a scarecrow today that I'm just going to attach onto this side of the wreath. You can do it with hot glue, or you can wire them on, and then that way you can change out the sign. Or maybe you want to do more of an everyday wreath, and the ribbon here might not be fall oriented, and you could do something where you could add an initial on this side. And that just adds for a wreath that could stay up all year. So the possibilities are endless with this wreath. And like I said, it's great for any season. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Sarah Gaither with Carolina Pottery.